What's good, Eagles fans? This is your boy, Tone DeShields II, and you guys are tuned into your dose of Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. If you guys are new to the content and have been loyal to my content from the very beginning, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'd be so grateful for that. It really helps the content move. And also, go check out the Chalk It Up merch shop as well. I got some new items on there. I added some new designs, some new tees, some new hoodies, some new colorways. So I would definitely appreciate you guys for go checking that out. Again, you guys locking in with me, right now and so on and so forth truly helps the content move. And you guys have been rocking out with me for so long. I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful. So much has happened. Let's get into the content. So much has happened with the Philadelphia Eagles in less than 24 hours. Let's just take it from the top. The Philadelphia Eagles, they traded back from the number 6 overall pick. They traded with Miami. They swapped the number 6 overall pick with the 12th overall pick. And, the move is definitely interesting. I'm not going to jump out the window. I'm not going to overreact right now. We still have a whole month until the draft. But just looking at the move from a bird's eye view, it definitely leaves a lot of people with a lot of questions. But like I said, let's just start from the very beginning and how all of this really came to fruition. So it began with the San Francisco 49ers. Now, with the first move, the San Francisco 49ers sent their first round 12th overall pick, their first rounder for 2022, their third rounder for 2022, and their first rounder for 2023 to Miami. And Miami sent their third overall pick. So basically, San Francisco got the first round, third overall pick from the Miami Dolphins, and the Miami Dolphins got their 12th overall pick for 2021, first round pick for 2022, first round pick for 2023, and the third rounder for 2022. That's where everything began. And then the Miami Dolphins weren't finished. Basically, the Miami Dolphins flipped that first round 12th overall pick with the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Philadelphia Eagles ended up getting the first round 12th overall pick for 2021, a fourth rounder, 123rd overall for the 2021 year, and the first rounder for 2022 from Miami. And Miami got our 6th overall pick, and they also got our 5th round, 156th overall pick. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of things have happened. So much went down. And how does that affect us at the end of the day? Now, looking at the San Francisco 49ers, this position is done for a quarterback. What does that mean for Jimmy Garoppolo? Who knows? They claim they're not going to move on from him, right? That's what they claim. But nothing is promised. And Jimmy Garoppolo really has underachieved, in my opinion. He went to the Super Bowl, but that team was definitely loaded, but he underachieved. Now, the Miami Dolphins, they have positioned themselves in a great position to get a skill position guy. Are they going Kyle Pitts? Are they going Jamar Chase if he falls? They did a good job positioning themselves. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles, I got to admit, when you have the 6th overall pick and you have the opportunity to get guys like Kyle Pitts, you have the opportunity to get a guy like Jamar Chase, it makes you question why they would move out of that position, right? Now, I understand that we have a lot of holes to fill, and I think that was the thinking behind trading back. Now, this also goes into our history that the Eagles don't spend top picks on skill position guys, but we did get assets in the process. We definitely did get assets in the process. It's honestly interesting. Now, originally, the Eagles wanted to trade up to the 3rd overall pick, but they only would do so if they had the opportunity to get Zach Wilson. Obviously, that wasn't the case. There was no guarantee that Zach Wilson would be there, so they weren't going to really leverage their future or their present on trying to get to that 3rd overall pick. There was no guarantee. So that just tells me that they originally wanted to go quarterback in that first round, but they had no guarantee of getting the guy they wanted. So trading back all but solidifies the fact that they're committed to Jalen Hurts for the 2021 season. And that just means the pressure is on, not just for Jalen Hurts to perform, but the pressure is on for Howie Roseman to nail this 12th overall pick because the Giants are in front of us. The Dallas Cowboys are in front of us. So looking at the 10th and 11th overall picks and the 6th overall pick, the Eagles better pray they don't turn into bombshells because this might come back to bite us. But at the same time, that takes us out of position to get guys like Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase. It takes us out of position to get those top quarterbacks. So who will they target with that 12th overall pick? My brain is thinking maybe Patrick Surtain, maybe Micah Parsons, maybe JC Horn. You know, who knows what they will do at the end of the day. But the sexy thing was to stay at that 6th overall pick. That was the sexy thing to do. That was the extremely sexy thing to do. But, you know, the move came with a lot of risk. It came with a lot of risk. You really can lose out on Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase. There's a chance you could lose out on DeVontae Smith and Jalen Waddle. And those weren't the guys I necessarily wanted, but at the same time, you wanted to bolster your skill position. But the Eagles must believe this defense needs a lot more attention versus the offense. Because in my opinion, if you're trading back, you're going to go defense. This team is going to go defense in the first round. That's my prediction. Also, trading back, that puts us in position for 2022 to really make a splash. The Eagles could potentially have 3 first-round picks in the 2022 draft. And you know what that means. More assets means more leverage. And it also gives us long-term flexibility, because if we maneuver the cap well, that can put us in a position to make a move as well. Who knows what we may do? There's rumors that despite what's going on with Deshaun Watson, they may still try to make a move for him. But it looks like the Eagles are positioning themselves in 2021 to get a defensive guy in that first round. Like I said, will it be Micah Parsons? Will it be Caleb Farley, Patrick Surtain, JC Horn? Those are the only guys I can think of that may be there at that pick. Those are the only guys I can think of. You know, first things first, I want to say I'm grateful for you guys for coming in. We got 6 people on the live stream right now. I want to shout out Big Play Slay. I want to shout out Marcus Meese. I want to shout out Primetime Stephen Joyce. You know what I mean? I want to shout out Bobby Philly fan all day. Matthew Yukizumi Kigiri. Lindy Endzone, Ryan Rowe, Jason Wall, Lucas Hallman. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you guys locking in. Congrats on the thank you, my guy. I appreciate you. So let's just go through the comments. We got my man Jalen Williams in the building. I appreciate you, my man, for locking in. You know, this trade, leaves a lot of questions because it came so soon. We have an entire month and some change before the draft. And San Francisco, Miami, and the Eagles aren't playing games. So I really want to see what you guys are thinking so far, man. Just Big Play Slay says, just when we could have been happy about the Niners trading up to the 3rd, this happened. Yeah, man. It was definitely a curveball for sure. I did not see this coming. Marcus Meese says, I actually like that we're getting more picks. I agree with you. I agree with the fact that we're getting more picks at the end of the day. I definitely agree. 2022 is going to look glorious. Matthew says, fire Howie. Philly Foundation says, can I have a wrench? I think I need 1,000 subs to start giving our wrenches, my brother. In the end zone, yeah, it has been a minute, but I'm back with a vengeance. Yeah, don't trade back unless you can develop someone right. Yeah, I understand, man. Ryan Rose was good, man. Was good. Jason Wall says, I had 3 big reasons this was his top 5 move made by a top 5 GM. Big Play say, all day kid is not always going to be a call, and it's going to be him expressing his feelings pretty much. It's all love, you guys. Don't worry. It's all love. Don't y'all worry, man. Bobby feels it's like a bad trade. We got 9 people in the live stream. Thank you guys so much. This is really interesting, man. This is really interesting because if I'm being completely honest, I wanted Jamar Chase and I wanted Kyle Pitts. I'm going to be honest. I wanted those guys. Those were the guys we wanted. Those were the guys we thought that if we drafted those guys, Howie is moving in the right direction, right? That's what was on our minds. But we also let's not forget, you guys, we had conversations about potentially trading back. We had conversations about that. But when you had an opportunity to get Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase, Why not, right? But at the same time, did they believe that Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase were not going to be there? You know, you can really make a educated guess that maybe they wouldn't, maybe they would have. But at the end of the day, this year, the Eagles are clearly positioning themselves for a 12th overall pick. I'm not distraught. I'm not distraught. But I need to know what the thinking is. I need to know what's going to happen. I need to know. Did the Eagles not believe in Kyle Pitts? Did the Eagles, not believe in Jamar Chase? Again, this is the fact that we don't spend top picks on skill position guys. It's in our history. I'm not entirely mad at the move. I'm really not, but at the same time, I can't deny what my heart wanted, right? I can't deny that my heart didn't want Jamar Chase. I can't deny my heart didn't want Kyle Pitts. But this move, when you think about it, puts us in position to get a legit defensive monster in this draft, and it gives us mad leverage for 2022, and it gives us flexibility. It allows us to make a variation of moves. 2022, we're loaded. We could potentially make a deal with any and everybody, especially if that pick, that contingency pick, that pick that we got from the Colts becomes a first rounder. If Carson Wentz plays, most of his snaps, we could potentially have 3 first rounders next year. That's a big deal, and that can't be overlooked. It really can't, because we need to rebuild this team from top to bottom. Our defense is in shambles, and on top of that, we don't have the money. We don't have the money to really pay top tier free agents. But we need to get away from that mindset anyway. We need to go back into our farm system and develop guys. Kevon Keelam says, "Yo, Tone, can't stay in long. Got to do stuff. I wanted to say it was good. My man, I appreciate you for locking in, my guy. Truly. I feel good about the Micah Parsons draft pick. Big Push says Kyle Pitts is not falling to pick 12. That just won't happen. I agree with you. Kyle Pitts is not falling. The way his stock has been rising in this offseason, Kyle Pitts is not falling. Jamar Chase is not falling. Jalen Waddle's going to fall. DeVontae Smith, I don't see him falling outside of that top 10. I just don't. But with the number 12 overall pick, the Eagles have a legit shot to get SURTAIN. They have a legit shot to get Micah Parsons. They have a legit shot to get JC Horn. They have a legit shot to get Caleb Farley if they want to go that route. But me, since this is our position, I want to go Micah Parsons. For the simple fact that Micah Parsons, in my opinion, he's like the home run hitter when it comes to defense in this draft. You can't really fail with Micah Parsons, in my opinion. The dude has all the tangibles. Did you see his 40? His 40 was insane. Jason Wall says 3 big reasons. Ready? 1, I have been calling for Waddle. We get him at 12. Number 2, this proves we're building around Hurts. 2 seasons of stacking day 1 draft weapons. You know what? I see the fact that this move clearly shows that we're going to build around Jalen Hurts. Clearly. This move gives Jalen Hurts the keys for 2021. This move just gave him the keys. Now Jalen Hurts, what will he do? Or will the Eagles still go skill position at 12? My thing is, if you had an opportunity to get Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts and you trade it back, then at this point you need to go defense. I like Jalen Waddle. I ain't got nothing against Jalen Waddle. I ain't got nothing against DeVontae Smith. Nothing against him. But if you trade it back to that number 12 area, you gotta go Micah Parsons to me. If he's there, you have to go Micah Parsons. That's how I'm carrying it. With the number 12 overall pick, if Micah Parsons is there, you get him. Now, the draft order just changed. The draft order is insane. So right now, obviously, Jaguars are picking up with number 1. The Jets most likely are going to go Zach Wilson. So San Fran at number 3, they might go Justin Fields. Denver may go Trey Lance. Bengals are definitely going to go O-line, in my opinion. See, the Dolphins position themselves perfectly to get Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase. Position themselves perfectly. Perfectly. But here's the thing. At picks 10 and 11 are the Cowboys and the Giants, respectively. And that is something that's going to bother me because I can see the Cowboys making a move to spite us. I can see the Giants making a certain move to spite us. The Giants right now, I got a strong feeling they're going to go DeVontae Smith. They got an opportunity to load that offense for Daniel Jones. They have a real opportunity. They have to show that Daniel Jones is the guy. When it comes to the Cowboys, they need to reload that defense. They need to. So who knows? They may go past SURTAIN. They may go MICAH Parsons. But at the same time, they got Vander Esch, who's injury prone. You know what I'm saying? They need a corner. So they might go past SURTAIN or Caleb Farley, right? Jason Wall says, number one, it shows Howie is not on the hot seat. He's drafting and setting up drafts for the future. We need Howie comfortable. Man. Hey, Philly Insider, what's going on, family? We got 11 people on the live stream. Thank you guys so much. I'm grateful. A lot of people have been high on Jaycee Horn, man. A lot of people. Philly Insider says, when I say Jaycee Horn or bust, I'm biased, LOL, but I really would like him in Gannon's defense. It'd be cool. Big Play Say says, I honestly have no idea what the Eagles want to do theoretically. Theoretically, you could have stayed put, and up the offer on the Dolphins for more compensation in your future, which would give you more flexibility. Howie's contract is up in 2022. Yeah, it is. Caleb Farley is going to be amazing, guarantee it. Bobby Philly fans, I believe that Philadelphia Eagles defense is more important than offense. Lucas Harmon says, what you going to do when you hit 1K? I don't know, man. I might do a couple giveaways. You know, I don't know, man. Like, I haven't even thought that far yet. I'm just grinding with you guys slowly but surely, man. I don't know what I'm going to do to hit 1K. I don't know, but I'm just going to keep grinding. I'm going to do giveaways for you guys. You know, I got some things planned, man. I got some things planned. So you guys, I want you guys to stay tuned. But, you know, I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm not mad about. I'm not angry. I'm not angry about it. I'm not going to get emotional yet because we still have a chance to change the fabric of this team with a solid player. We need to get better at two key positions besides wide receiver. That's cornerback and that's linebacker. Without a question. Without a question. So trading back tells me that they're not going to go skill position. They're not going to go wide receiver or tight end, and you know they're not going to go Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase. Trading back just tells us they're not going to do that because those guys are not falling. So it's a done deal for that. It's a done deal for Kyle Pitts. It's a done deal for Jamar Chase. It's done. And I wanted it. I wanted it. But I can't get over the intriguing fact that the Eagles really tried to trade. They really wanted to trade up the three if they can get that kid from BYU. What's his name? Zach Wilson. They wanted to get Zach Wilson. And that's dangerous to me. That's dangerous to me. I'm glad that didn't come through. I'm really glad that didn't come through because I really want Jalen Hurts to have an opportunity with this offense. And also, on top of that, you know what this moves really shows? This shows that Howie Roseman is really trying to show the worth of Jalen Reagor. He's banking on Jalen Reagor's development. This team is banking on Jalen Reagor's development. Remember, Jalen Reagor was drafted in the first round last year. The first round. They are banking on him taking that next leap. That next leap as a wide receiver. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Reagor is going to be – I'm not saying Jalen Reagor is better than Jamar Chase. I'm not saying Jalen Reagor is better than Kyle Pitts. I'm not saying Jalen Reagor is going to be better than DeVontae Smith. I'm not saying none of those things, right? But at the end of the day, they did spend a first-round pick on a wide receiver last year. They did do that. Now, the guy we chose, everyone has their own opinions about that. Everyone has their own opinion about that. A lot of people wanted Justin Jefferson because he was sitting there. But we chose Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor's our guy now. We're banking on Jalen Reagor's development. We're banking on Quez Watkins' development. We're banking on Travis Fulgham's development. This move tells me that they're trying to put their utmost confidence in these current skill position guys. Now, that doesn't mean we can't go wide receiver in those later rounds. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean we can't continue to build the skill position in the second or third, fourth, second, third, fifth rounds. That doesn't mean that, right? But what we can do, we can solidify this defense by either going Micah Parsons or Patrick Surtain or JC Horn. Now, I'm not sold on Caleb Farley because he had a no-contact injury, and on top of that, he's not a natural corner. He played other positions, and I know a lot of guys do that, but he's not a natural corner. I really want either SURTAIN or JC Horn, or most definitely Micah Parsons. Most definitely. So this is the long game. This was a patient move, but also it shows that Howie Roseman is going to be here. This shows that. But at the same time, he has to hit in this draft. So he's still not safe yet. He made this move as if he's going to be here. He's going to always think like that. But he's still not safe. He has to hit on his draft. He's going to live and die by these decisions. He has to live and die by these decisions. He has to. He has no other option. He has no other option. So this year, the Eagles have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks in this year's draft, and potentially 3 first-rounders for next year's draft. You know, I understand everybody wanted Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase. I wanted them. I wanted the guy. I wanted him, but it just didn't happen. So we got to pump our brakes. We can't jump out the window. You know, even though Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts would have been a slam dunk, but we can't jump out the window. We still have an opportunity to get some legit guys for our defense, and our defense needs a lot of work. Our defense needs a lot of work. We're banking on these young guys taking that next step on offense. We're banking on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been putting in all the work this offseason to not only earn the starting spot, but he's also been putting in the work to show that I want to be the leader. I want to be better. I'm committed to being better. I'm committed to that. That's the most important thing. The commitment to being better. Jalen Reagor, Travis Fulgham, those guys are talking like they know they got something in the tuck for us. They talking like they got something coming. You know what I'm saying? We still got Quez Watkins, John Hightower, who's going to take that next step, in my humble opinion. You know, also, this solidifies the fact that Dallas Goedert is our tight end. He's our de facto number 1 if Zach Ertz gets traded. And that's the thing. We still got Zach Ertz. We still have that asset. We still have him who can potentially be traded. We still have him. He can potentially get traded. You know, so far over the past handful of years, the Philadelphia Eagles have lived and died by the trenches. They have lived and died by a bend but don't break defense. And those days are done. Those days have to be done. With Jonathan Gannon, you're going to see a lot of those guys playing cover 2. You're going to see more zone. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see guys playing more so the ball. You're going to see guys playing up close to the line of scrimmage. This defense, if you saw that Super Bowl, if you saw this entire past season, linebackers were dominating the season. Linebackers were the deciding factor. These athletic linebackers that were able to guard these super dynamic tight ends, we need a guy like that. We need a guy like Micah Parsons who can not only rush the passer but can drop back in coverage. We need a guy like that who has that pure athleticism, that electric change of direction. Number 12, if Micah Parsons is there, you get him. You have an opportunity to get a legit linebacker for the next 8 years, for the next 6 to 8 years. If you pay him past his rookie contract. If you go cornerback, you can go Patrick Surtain or JC Horn. Those guys are legit outside cornerbacks, legit. And again, we can still go skill position. We can still go wide receiver in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th rounds. We can always do that. There are talented guys at wide receiver. Later on. You know, I'm not, and again, this young wide receiver core we have in Jalen Reagor, Travis Fulgham, Quez Watkins, John Hightower, J. Arcega-Whiteside. All those guys are young and unproven. Greg Ward still is on the roster. Young and unproven. In addition, Alex Singleton signed his tender, the linebacker. He had a career year, over 100 tackles, a defensive touchdown, forced fumbles, sacks, tackles for loss. Alex Singleton broke out, and he's playing for a contract, a big one. If we solidify that linebacker core with Alex Singleton, Micah Parsons, and if Sean Bradley or Davion Taylor breaks out, come on. Come on. That linebacker core can be legit. Can be legit. If we go corner, opposite Darius Slay, we can either have Patrick Surtain or JC Horn. You feel me? And then we got Anthony Harris at safety. You know, Rodney McLeod's coming off the ACL tear, but you know, he still is a solid player. Kevon Wallace, I'm expecting him to take that leap. You know, he does a lot of talking, but I'm expecting him to take that leap. He's confident. You know, we still got the guy, Andrew Adams, who's more so a rotational special teams guy to give us more depth. But at the end of the day, you built up competition in the DB room, especially amongst the safeties. And then if you draft another corner, you just got yourself a de facto starting outside corner opposite Darius Slay, taking some pressure off him. Either way, you really can't screw this number 12 overall pickup. You really can't. He can't. He can't. Alex Singleton, he signed that tender for, I believe, $850,000. That's not much money for the work he's putting in. Not much. But I believe he can take another step. I believe he could take that next step and play for a contract that's suitable for his skill. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying he's playing for a 5-year, $60 to $80 million. I'm not saying that, right? But what I'm saying is Alex Singleton, he doesn't have any commitment beyond this year. He has zero commitment from the Eagles. So he's playing for something. He's playing for something. And if he can get the opportunity with the Eagles, he gonna get it. He gonna get it. You know, you guys have been truly, truly locked in, and I'm grateful. We got 14 people on the live stream. I appreciate you guys. My man Philly Fresh is in the building. What's good, my brother? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Jalen Williams, I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you guys. You know, but like, you know, beyond Micah Parsons at linebacker, there are so many guys that I have my eye on. Nick Bolton, Zaven Collins, the linebacker out of Notre Dame. You know, there are options. There are legit options. I can dig that. For Alex Singleton, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's, like you said, he's planning to stay in the NFL, right? So I can definitely dig that. I definitely see the man, you know, getting maybe that kind of deal, you know, a cheap deal. He's not a dynamo, but he had a good year on a bad team. So, you know, we got to give him his flowers for that. But I get a scary feeling. I get scared by feeling they like Jalen Phillips. Man, oh man. I really don't want them to go edge, man. They can't go edge, Jalen. I do not want them to go edge. Not in that first round. Not in that first round. You cannot go edge. Jeremiah Owasu, Koromoa, that guy, linebacker from Notre Dame. Legit. But, you know, the Eagles position themselves, you know, for the future. And I know it wasn't sexy, but we gotta relax a little bit. It wasn't a blasphemous move. Now, when you think about Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts, yes, it sounds blasphemous. But at the same time, there was no guarantee they would drop at 6. There was no true guarantee. We really don't know. But they had a chance. That's the thing. They had a chance. You know, they had a chance. But I'm not mad because it puts us in position to rebuild the defense. This defense was not good, you guys. We were not good on defense. We need an identity. We need an identity on defense. You guys have to agree with that. We need a legit leader. We need somebody that's going to shake the mold. Again, when was the last time we drafted a legit corner? When was the last time we drafted a legit linebacker? Like I said, this draft is deep in wide receivers. We can get a guy like what's my man name? Give me a second. We can still get a Terrace Marshall Jr. We can still get a Rondell Moore. We can still get an Elijah Moore. You know what I'm saying? There are wide receivers in this draft. Don't get it twisted. I know Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts are slam dunks, but we can always get a skill position guy. This defense hasn't been good in a long time, and we know it. We know it. So would it be crazy for us to get a corner in that first round? Would it be crazy for us to get a linebacker? It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't at all. Howie Roseman, I know one thing for sure. He has to hit. He has to hit in this draft. He can't afford to screw up. He really can't. Trading back really just puts more pressure on him, in my opinion. Puts more pressure on him. It puts more pressure on Hurts at the quarterback position because this team, they're showing you, okay, we're not going to draft a quarterback. Those top guys are going to be gone. Those top four or five quarterbacks are going to be gone in those first 10 picks. They're going to be gone. So Jalen Hurts, this is your opportunity to shine in 2021, my brother. This is your opportunity to shine. This is your opportunity to shine. And on top of that, the Eagles essentially put themselves in a position to say, well, we gave Jalen Hurts the opportunity. We clearly gave him an opportunity. We didn't really threaten his chance to be better by drafting a quarterback. And we're also not going to put ourselves in the same position as last year by drafting Jalen, like we did drafting Jalen Hurts behind Carson Wentz. But nonetheless, Jalen Hurts has a legit chance to be successful. I understand our wide receiver core is unproven. I get it. They're all unproven. The only person who's remotely proven anything is Travis Fulgham, and that only lasted about 4 or 5 weeks. We need to see that on a 16-game span. We need to see this wide receiver core ball out without guys in the way like Alshon Jeffrey, without guys in the way like Deshaun Jackson, And 9 times out of 10, we're going to trade Zach Ertz at some point. Who knows? Zach Ertz may become another asset. Who knows? We may package Zach Ertz with the number 12 overall pick to move up. Anything can happen. Anything can happen at this point. Anything. I want to get through some of these comments, man. Let me see where we left off at. All right, let's start with this one. Big Play Slate says, yet we still have no idea what we have in Travis Fulgham. He was consistent and showed flashes in 4 games, then got shut out of the offense for the rest of the year. I agree. John Jones says, I'm not sold on this receiver core that we have. They're still unproven, but, I believe they got a lot in the tank. These are young guys that want to prove that they can ball in this league. Travis Fulgham, Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins, John Hightower. Those guys want to prove something. Greg Ward has shown he's Mr. Reliable. Those are everybody's down to prove something. Jalen Hurts, everyone's trying to prove their worth. Everyone's going to ball out. Jalen Hurts, these guys like Jalen Hurts. These guys like him. So who knows what Jalen Hurts may bring out of these guys? Who knows? This offensive line, there's a combination of youth and veteran leadership, which is good. We got Dallas Goedert at tight end. The offense is not. We got Miles Sanders at running back, Adrian Killins. We need to draft another running back as well. The offense is not in terrible shape. It's a bunch of young guys that want to earn their keep, and I'm not mad at that. The defense needs more work than anything. Jalen Williams, my man, says everyone is mad they have to wait an extra year to make a major move. Instead, we should have patience to figure out what the staff is like and what young guys can really do before addressing holes as needed. I agree with you. I'm real big on seeing what these young guys can do on offense. We need to find out what these guys are. If we just keep drafting wide receivers, how are we going to know what Jalen Reagor is? How are we going to know what Travis Fulgham is? How are we going to know what Quez Watkins is? John Hightower. We made a huge investment in wide receiver in the draft last year. And again, I don't want you guys to think I'm flip-flopping. At the end of the day, the move is done. I did want Jamar Chase. I did want Kyle Pitts. I did want those guys. But the deal is done. We have to operate on what's going on right now, what we know right now. And the fact is, we are at 12, and that takes us out of position to get either one of those guys. So now that cements the fact that we're trying to go all in or bet on this young wide receiver core we have. And that's not to say we won't go wide receiver in the second or third or later rounds. We can always go skill position in the later rounds. That's not to say we won't do that. But the defense, in my opinion, needs way more work than the offense. And I think we all can agree with that. Ryan Rose says we're making improvements on Jalen Hurts to develop a lot of skill, talented defense. Big Play Slay says, hey, question, I'm on board with this. Would you be content with the Eagles trading back for Rashad Bateman? Trading back again? Not doing that. I'm not content with them trading back again. If that's what you meant, Big Play Slay. John Jones says, thank you. That's why I'm not sold on either Rager or Fulgham. Lucas Holman says, just subbed you on my iPad. Hey, my man, I appreciate you, man. My guy. John Jones says, I can tell you right now, either Dallas or the Giants will either get Pitts. See, Jeffrey should have seen this coming. Bro, that'd be insane if the Dallas Cowboys could get Kyle Pitts. I'll lose my mind. But the Dallas Cowboys, they are sitting at I believe the 10th or the 11th pick. The 10th or 11th pick. Yeah, Cowboys sitting at 10th pick. So I don't think Kyle Pitts is going to drop that far. I don't see that happening at all. Carter Boy says Eagles need a solid linebacker. I agree with you. John Jones, I still don't want Howie at this year's draft. Someone needs to draft not Howie. I agree with you on that. I don't trust Howie as far as I can throw him. You know, I'm still not sold on the receiving cores we have now. Jalen Williams says Parsons is the best linebacker in the draft. Hey, Jalen, like who would you say is your top 3 linebackers in this draft? I'm curious what you think. I'm really curious. Please let me know, Jalen. Jalen, if you're still here, who are your top 3 linebackers in this draft, if you have any? John Joseph Dallas has a tight end. Forget what his name is. Yeah, they do, but who knows, man? You got a guy like Kyle Pitts, so why would you pass, right? If he's there. Lucas Hallman says people are forgetting you can still get insane talent at 12, like last year. Justin Jefferson went like 17. That's true. A lot of people thought Justin Jefferson was going like top 10, like top 15, but he didn't. He dropped. John Jones says, yes, he is. Hey, did anyone see this one wide receiver by the name of T.J. Washer, 6'6", 250? I haven't seen that guy. Jalen Williams said, remember we said that? My man Philly Fresh is here. That's how we won the GM for Indy. Jeremiah Bella says, get Parsons and trade back up for Jeremiah. Okay, 4 birds, 2 stones. Kevin Thomas says, would you move up in the late first with one of our picks? Why not, right? That's the thing. If you package the picks properly, let's say you package a second-round pick with Zach Ertz to send another team. Why couldn't you move back up into that first round again? Why not? Anything's possible. Jalen Williams is right. Defense hasn't been good in a long time, 3 years. Eagle Slayer wants to sign a Samuel. Jeremiah Butler, Parsons is a linebacker since DN hybrid. Jeremiah is a linebacker safety hybrid. Okay. Big Play Slay says the guy's job is on the line pretty much. I agree with you 100%. Jeremiah Butler says I doubt it. Big Play Slay. Jeremiah Butler says, hey, John Jones, watch Q&A on the Inside Birds podcast. May make you feel a bit better. Eagle Slayer says we lucked out on finding a partner for Ertz. At this point, he should grow some balls and restructure or sit out if he wants to be a prima donna by his situation. Hey, listen, man, Zach Ertz is either Jalen Hurts. Zach Ertz is going to get traded. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion. Jeremiah Butler says, why are we still trying to predict our picks? We'll be disappointed. Joey, my man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, my guy. Joey Shake says, just pop in, something is going on. This trade seems too early. I think Eagles are up to something. I agree, man. It's so early. It's a full month before the draft. What are they planning? What are they planning? You know, it's so early. It's so early we can't even really say what's what. If this was maybe a couple weeks, maybe a week before the draft, maybe a night before the draft, maybe we could predict a little bit what's going on, right, Joey? But at the end of the day, the Eagles are teeing up for something. The Eagles are teeing up for something big, and I don't know what it is. 2022, we're loaded in the first round with first-round picks. 2 guaranteed, potentially 3, if the Colts get what they need out of Carson Wentz. And then we traded back this year to six spots from 6 overall to the 12th overall. That positions us to get a legit defensive guy, maybe SURTAIN, maybe Micah Parsons, maybe maybe Jeremiah from Notre Dame. Things a lot can happen right now. A lot can happen. We got 15 people on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you guys go check out the description below. I got links up there for you guys to support the channel. I got new merch. Please go check it out, man. I got Charges to the Game shirts. Y'all gonna love them things. I know y'all gonna love them. So make sure you go click that link in the description for the Chalk and the merch shop. Y'all gonna see them. As soon as y'all click the link, it's gonna take you right there. Y'all gonna see the Charges to the Game tees, man. Those prices are some of my best prices, and I think you guys really like those. They real geeky. I think y'all like them a lot. Jeremiah Butler, my man. Joey Shake says, could have wanted to trade back during the draft, which shows me they have a target. True. They're targeting someone. The question is who it is. Who is it? That's the question is who is it? That's the big question. That's the big question. Jalen Williams says, look, I want to see how Jalen Hurts looks like after week 6 when other teams have tape on the offense of Hurts as an individual. I understand. Especially in this new offense. You definitely want to see what he's capable of with this new coaching staff, right? You definitely want to see. You definitely want to see. So I'm not mad at that thought. You want to see what Jalen Hurts can do. But the move right now shows that, just based off the move today, it shows that Jalen Hurts is most likely going to be the starting quarterback going forward, for 2021. That's most likely a guarantee. Eagle Slayer says, no, I was alluding to your statement about the last legit cornerback we had. Oh, okay. I got you, Eagle Slayer. Jalen Williams said, okay, so earlier I asked Jalen who are his top linebackers. He has Jeremiah Owasu, Koromoa, Parsons, and Xavier. I think you mean Zaven Collins. But this team needs an outside linebacker more than an inside linebacker. So, who would you take, Jalen? Would you take Jeremiah because he's that hybrid guy? He can drop back in coverage. Joey, my man, he said, sorry, they could have had more conversation during the draft, trading back. They have a target, something's going on. Yeah. Right, trading back this early. That's the thing. It's the timing of it all. It's the timing. What are they up to? My man Jeremiah Butler says, nah, Howard just being his weird usual self. I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. Anything's possible, right? Howard just agreed to trade the dude. Man, we have been put through the ringer as Eagles fans. We have not been treated very well as fans. We haven't. Things have not been moving in our favor when it comes to just how the season went this past year, how players have been traded away that we thought were going to be our future. A lot of things didn't really go our way, but 2022 is looking glamorous. I must admit that 2022 is looking glamorous. We cannot discount that. We cannot discount that. Jalen says, in no way am I saying that I'm not behind Hurts, but I wouldn't be surprised if we hear reports Flacco looks better than Hurts in camp. That was my biggest thing about picking up Joe Flacco, Jalen. I was trying to tell people, and I don't know if you feel the same, but this is my sentiment about us picking up Joe Flacco. I understand that we needed a backup quarterback. I understand Joe Flacco provides a veteran presence back there as well. I understand Joe Flacco is a former Super Bowl MVP. I understand he's a Super Bowl champion. I understand all of that. I understand that getting him may push his. I understand that getting him most likely meant that we weren't going to draft a quarterback in the earlier rounds. In the first round, and with that number 6 overall pick. But just knowing that the Eagles wanted to move up 3 to get Zach Wilson means that they, regardless, they had every intention to move up and get their quarterback, but there was no guarantee. So hearing Joe Flacco, seeing Joe Flacco come to this team, hearing how Joe Flacco's carrying it in the press conference, that man the entire time has been talking about competing. Not once did he use the word mentor. Not once did he use the words teach. He's here to compete. I don't know what the Eagles are thinking. I don't know what some of our fan base is thinking. But that man, in his heart of hearts, believes he can win that starting job. He believes he still has something left in the tank. And that's why I wasn't happy about it. It wasn't like we got a backup quarterback that we know for a fact is not going to win the job. But Joe Flacco, he used to be something. He hasn't been good in a few years, but he used to be something. So what makes you think that man doesn't believe he still got it? That man believes he has a legit shot to win this job. We have to recognize that. Joe Flacco believes he can win this job. So we can't just act like him being here is strictly for mentorship purposes. That man didn't want to mentor Lamar Jackson. That man didn't want to mentor Drew Lock. Or that man really didn't want to mentor Sam Darnold. He got hurt. He went to Denver as the starter. Then he got hurt, lost his job to Drew Lock, never became a starter again. Then went to the New York Jets. He was brought in to back up Sam Darnold. But that man believes he still got it. Eagle Atlanta says the deal may not have been there at draft night. Sometimes you have to strike when the opportunity presents itself. That's a possibility. Then Burrito, my man, he says, I don't know how people are mad at this, especially the fans who said we're going to be trash for the next few years. Exactly. Jeremiah Bo says, I'm good with the Flacco pick. Earn your keep, Jalen. At the end of the day, right, he got to earn it. And I'm not trying to make Jalen Hurts' path easier, right, Jeremiah, JB? I'm not trying to make his path easier, JB. I'm really not, right? I want Hurts to have the fire behind his back all the time. But Flacco believes he can win this job. And I don't like Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Joe Flacco. I'm going to be honest. I understand what he did in the past. I understand what that man was capable of. But he hasn't been that guy for quite some time. He's been hurt. And he's aging. We don't have that much commitment with him, right? But he can earn up to $7 million. Jalen, now I wonder, was that a Howard Target or Nick Sirianni? That's the question. Whose desires are being prioritized in this? With this pick, is how are we basing this first round pick off of how he wants or what's best for Nick Sirianni's roster? JB says, well, he said that everyone helps each other in the QB room, but I'm glad he's coming with that attitude. Yeah, he's going to say other politically correct things, but I was watching that press conference, man. He said compete way too much for me, man. Way too much. I understand they're going to help each other. I understand he's a hometown guy. He's from South Jersey. He grew up an Eagles fan. I understand he's going to do the best thing by the organization. He's a veteran at the end of the day. He's a grown ass man at the end of the day. So I don't see him. I don't see him imploding or causing his team to self-destruct off of his ego. I don't see that. But I want Jalen Hurts to have the shot. And I don't need to hear reports or see reports saying Joe Flacco is looking better than Jalen Hurts. I understand Joe Flacco can bring some things to the table, to sharpen up Jalen Hurts' game. Making him, getting him more solidified, comfortable in that pocket. You know what I'm saying? But Jalen Hurts has been putting in work in the offseason. He has a chance. To really take the next step. Whereas though Joe Flacco, we pretty much know what he is. Then Burrito says, I want Flacco to think he's going to win the job. That just means Jalen has to still be Jalen and work for it. I get it. I get it. At the end of the day, Jalen is not going to be handed anything. He won't be handed anything. But at the same time, it could have been anybody else. And I know we're broke. I know we couldn't afford a guy like Jacoby Brissett. I know we couldn't afford Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know, he went to the Washington football team, you know, for a potential chance to start. That's a better situation for him for his career. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We have Joe Flacco. It is what it is. I'm not going to take nothing away from the man. But I know that man in his heart of hearts believes he can win that starting job. And no one can tell me otherwise. Jay Will, I believe Flacco had to say that because he wanted people to consider him in the future as a stopgap starter. I understand. Everyone has to operate in their best interest, even the backup quarterback. He understands he got a 1-year deal. And he also understands that he has a potential chance to start on his team. JB says Flacco wants to start. However, he's been beaten out every time recently. I'm not really worried about him getting a job, but I like that attitude he's bringing. I can't hate it. I can't hate on him, man. You're right, JB. I can't hate on him, but you know, it's just one of those things, man. You know, I can't hate on him. JB, my husband nickname. Good to hear it again. Hey, man, it's all love, my guy. You already know. You already know it's all love. We got 14 people in the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. Also, you know, I definitely want to do more live streams more often, man. Live streams definitely give me the best, you know, allows me to really, touch base with you guys on a consistent basis. And it really allows me to really get my thoughts out a little bit more long-winded because I like this format. I'm more of a long form communicator. I do like doing, you know, my 5-minute to 8-minute videos. I do enjoy those things, but you know, the live streams allow me to provide long form content, allow me to really explain my thoughts and explain my way of thinking. So I really enjoy these live streams, you guys. JB says, I don't want to hear that either, Tone, but I don't put it past our media. Of course, man. You already know. Philly, my guy, what's going on? I appreciate you, man. Tell me your thoughts about, you know, what's been going on. I didn't get a chance to check out your live stream. I had a busy day today, but Philly, Castro, I need to hear your thoughts, man. What's on your mind about this thing? Because, you know, I'm not mad at the move. I'm not angry at it. You know, I scratched my head a little bit, but once I found out what we got on the back end with the 2022 first rounders and you know, we didn't trade back so far. We still have a chance to get a legit defensive guy. You know, it's not the worst decision. It's not the ugliest move to me. It's not the ugliest move. It gives us a lot of leverage. And you know, with a lot of leverage, you know, it gives you a chance to move assets, man. And we still got Zach Ertz, who has some value as well. Flacco was injured on the Jets, so it was either he takes a year off with no pay or be a backup, pocket a few mil. Yeah, you know, again, everybody got to move in their best interest. Everybody has to, and I'm not mad at him for coming back home to Philly. I'm not mad at him, but you know, it's just one of those things. Like Joe Flacco, though, he hasn't really been, you know what I mean? I haven't seen Joe Flacco been good in quite some time. Dink says, I think our problem as fans and other fans is that we try to think about what the team is thinking. But yeah, I mean, that's all we really can do, right? We have to guess. And at the same time, I think another problem is the fact that at the same time, we're trying to guess what they're thinking, but in the same breath, we don't like to rely on reports. So it's like we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. You know, at times we get on each other about, hey, don't believe the reports, don't believe the articles, you know, don't believe the guys that are, we get into that argument all the time, right? But what other option do we have but to discount the reports and make our own assertions? So we always have to play that predictive, theoretical, hypothetical game. That's something we're never going to get out of. But, you know, I can't get over the fact that the Eagles really wanted to move up to number 3 to get Zach Wilson from BYU. I can't believe that's what they were thinking. I can't believe it. I did not want a quarterback in that first round. I did not. And I'm glad we moved back. I'm glad. But the chips have still yet to fall. There are much more details coming forward. A lot of things are going to happen. A lot of things are coming. Philly says, basically my opinion is, I'm over it now, but Dev tired of the drama at this point. Yeah, they are definitely making this interesting. This has been one of the more interesting off seasons in Eagles history. You know, let's be honest, you guys. JB says my biggest gripe is how far we traded back because I've been an advocate of trading back. Right. Now, it's funny you say that, right? Because when I first found out we had the number 6 overall pick, I said, listen, if certain guys are not there, you trade back. So I'm not against trading back, but you know, it's not the furthest, but it is outside of the top 10. So you kind of run the risk of losing out on guys, you know what I mean? And let's be real. 10 and 11 belong to the Cowboys and the Giants, respectively. You know they weren't giving up their picks to us. You know they weren't. You know they weren't. So 12 is not a bad spot. You can still get a legit defensive starter. You can get a guy. You can get a guy that's going to start day one. You're right. You're right, JB. The drama don't stop. It don't stop. Jalen Williams says, "Will we be praising this move if John Lynch was making the pick?" It's a good question. It's a really good question, man. That's a good question. I'm gonna be honest with you. Howie Roseman has put himself in a position with this fan base that we don't trust him. So even when he does make a logical move, we look at it as, "What the hell are you doing?" You know, that's the bad thing about when you put yourself in a position like Howie Roseman. When you lose the trust of your fan base so much to the point where no matter what you do, we still question your decision making. Philly Castro says, I'm not mad at the idea of trading back. Love it, actually. I just think we could have got a bit more. If we hit on those picks, then I'll shut up. It all remains to be seen, man. You know, if we stay at number 12 though, Castro, uh, who would you like to have? Who would you want? You know, if Michael Parsons is there, I say get him. Jalen Williams says also, what if John Dorsett was making this year and next year pick? Would y'all feel better to the point of say it was a good move? You making good points, Jalen. You know, we can't act like Howie didn't put himself in, you know, terrible graces with this you know, with this city, man. He did not put himself in a good position with the city. It don't shock me, but you know, it don't shock me, but Howie's going to be Howie, man. That's the thing, JB. Howie's going to be Howie. He's going to always keep us on our toes. Dixie, that's a good point. I'm just saying that we can speculate, but we don't know and can only take it day by day. That's a fact. That's a fact. I actually like the first round pick edition for 2022, but going from 156 to 123 is also pretty underrated. I agree. That's underrated. That's a whole round. That's a whole jump from a round. That's a jump. That's a major jump. We literally just jumped from the 5th round to the 4th round when we didn't have any 4th round picks at all, and we still got our other 5th round picks. We can't forget about that. We can't forget about that. We cannot forget about that. We cannot forget. Let's just look at the draft picks. Let's just look at them. Let's just look. This is what we're working with. This is what we're working with, you guys. We have right now 12th overall pick. Then in the 2nd round, 37 overall, 2 3rd-rounders, a 4th rounder. So like now we have a legit chance to get a talented guy in each and every round. We have all these assets to play with. All these assets to play with. We have so much leverage. So we can still rebuild this roster. We just have to draft properly. That's the biggest thing we have to worry about. We have to draft properly. Jay Will says if someone slips to 9, what we really like will only take a 3-round and 5th round to get there. But people are really looking at the options. I think Bruder says Howie isn't dumb. He knows it's his head if he milks this one. Big time. He knows. He knows he can't afford to screw this up, right? He really can't. But, we got some assets and we could really rebuild this team. Defense needs work. We can't deny that. Defense needs work. Needs so much work. We need so much more depth. We got contracts that we need to get rid of or somehow restructure. Whatever we need to do. That Fletcher Cox contract is not good. You know what I'm saying? We restructured Darius Slay. We just need talent. We need youth. We need an infusion of youth on defense. That's the bottom line. We need an infusion of youth. We need it. We need it. But I'm supremely excited for this upcoming draft. Who knows what's coming? Who knows what's coming? We have no idea what's to come. This is the fun part, believe it or not. This is the fun part. Reed 223 says, I don't agree with the trade down. We already had 2 first-round picks in the 2022 draft, so we traded down to get one more in 2022. Don't make any sense. Listen, man, the more first-round picks you have, the more power you have. We've seen what Miami has been doing with these first-round picks. They've been stockpiling for the past couple of years. We've seen what they've been doing with it, and if having more first-round picks gives us more leverage to get the guys we need to rebuild this roster, we got to respect the game. Now, I know a lot of people don't agree with how far we traded back. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't like that aspect of it. But 3 first-round picks, and let's be honest, only 2 of them are guaranteed. Only 2 first-round picks are guaranteed. One of them is a conditional pick. If Carson Wentz plays all his snaps, who knows? What if he gets hurt? You know what I'm saying? We never know what may happen. That's the thing. So we only have technically 2 guaranteed first-round picks and potentially a 3rd first-round pick. That's the real reality. Carson, do we expect Carson Wentz to play over 70 to 75% of his snaps? We do. But at the same time, he's injury prone. Well, not injury prone. I'm sorry. I take that back because I never used that sentiment for him before. He's not injury prone, but he has gotten hurt in the past. So it's not entirely crazy if it happens again. It's not. But he's been fairly healthy the past 2 seasons. If you take away the concussion, he's been fairly healthy. Eagle Slayer says Cox and Slay can get traded. I agree. Dank says, what doesn't make sense about going from 2 first-round picks to possibly 3? It makes sense to me. Dank, do you trust Howie at number 6? So what makes you trust him at 12? If I'm being honest with you, Reed, I trust him less at 6 and more at 12 because it takes the pressure off. It takes the pressure off when it comes to, oh my God, choosing Kyle Pitts that high, choosing a wide receiver that high. That's not what they do, right? But I believe the pressure's on regardless. The pressure's on for Howie regardless of where we pick. And then on top of that, the cap situation is bad. Yes, Eagle Slayer. So we need high quality draft picks. We need high quality young talent to come in. If he gets hurt and doesn't play 74%, then that's still a high second round pick. That too. But it's not a guaranteed first though. Not guaranteed. Right. A lot of things have to happen, man. A lot of things have to happen. But, at the end of the day, we're in an interesting situation as a franchise. A lot can happen. A lot can come from this. We can shift the entire trajectory of our rebuild in the next 2 years. We can legitimately change the entire fabric of this defense if we draft properly. And we can still get talented guys at skill positions. That's a fact. He got to lay in it. He has to lay in it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not upset about it. But, let's just go through the moves, again. The moves began with San Francisco. San Francisco has positioned themselves to get a quarterback. They're not going anything else but quarterback. Let's be honest. They just paid their left tackle big money. big money. And Jimmy Garoppolo, he's been hurt. He hasn't really been good, if you want to be frank about it. And San Fran understands that they have an offense and they need a young guy to plug in. So if they go Zach Wilson, if they go Justin Fields, if they go Trey Lance, we don't know. But San Francisco received the third overall pick from Miami, whereas Miami received the 12th overall pick. The first rounder for 2022, a third rounder for 2022, and the first rounder for 2023. And then that 12th overall pick that they got from the San Francisco 49ers, they gave it to us for our 6th overall pick and 5th round pick as well. But we also got their first rounder for 2022, and we got a 4th rounder for 2021. So we have assets. We cannot jump out the window, you guys. I understand Howie has lost our trust. But we have an opportunity if we play our cards right. Everyone's trying to prove that they still got it or that they have it in the end. Nick Sirianni and his staff want to make a big splash, want to make a statement. Jalen Hurts wants to make a statement. This young wide receiver core wants to make a statement. You know, Jalen Reagor especially. There's more pressure on Jalen Reagor than any wide receiver in that wide receiver core because he was drafted ahead of Justin Jefferson. There's more pressure on Jalen Reagor to perform this year more than ever because we moved out of the top 10. We moved away from the number 6 overall pick, and we're not going to get Jamar Chase. We're not going to get Kyle Pitts. I doubt DeVontae Smith falls to us, and who knows if Jalen Waddle may. But I doubt we'll go Jalen Waddle knowing we traded back if we could have got Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts. That's my thing. So there's more pressure on Jalen Reagor to perform more than ever. And I have faith that the kid is going to come in and be productive. Now, to what extent, I don't know. But he has to. There's so much pressure on Jalen Reagor to perform this year. This young wide receiver core, there's pressure on everybody. We can't forget, we invested a lot of draft capital in the wide receivers last year. We drafted 3 wide receivers, Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins, and John Hightower. All of them have shown flashes that they can put points up, flashes. But we need to see we need to see something more consistent. And this is the year to see that. Let's be honest. I know Jamar Chase is going to be amazing, right? But dynamic wide receivers come out of the draft every year. Dynamic wide receivers come out of the draft almost every year. We need to find out what this young wide receiver core is. More than anyone, Jalen Reagor. We need to find out because he was drafted in that first round. He was drafted, I believe, 18th, 19th overall, I believe. So that's a lot of pressure on that man to perform. A lot. If we stay put at 6, we still had 2022 first round picks. Denk says now we have 3 first round picks in 2022. Reese says all I'm saying is Pitts and Chase were game changers and we let them go. Denk says you're also assuming that Carson plays up to expectations, right? Denk says again another assumption. 5-11 that works, 11-5, everything goes according to plan. Right. JB says, where are we getting 3 2022 first round picks? Well, we have 2 guaranteed, and one of them can potentially be a first rounder. So we'll see how that Colts situation goes for Carson Wentz. Dane says Chase and Pitts could not both be here. Well, obviously, but I think he meant we could have either got Chase or Pitts. Oh, be there. Okay, I see what you're saying now. My bad, Dang. I understand what you're saying now. He's saying Chase and Pitts, could easily not have been at 6 and we'll be stuck there, I understand what you're saying. There's a chance that Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase were going to get picked anyway. Young Dad says, I am down on the fact that we traded back, definitely wanted Chase or Pitts. But, I mean, we did get future first rounders, and we moved up in the later round. I agree. I agree. We ended up getting a fourth rounder, and we got a first rounder for 2022. Reese says to Dank, one of them would have been there at 6. It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility for sure. One of them could have been there at 6. Reese says four QBs are projected to go in the first. Yeah, 4 QBs are projected to go in the top 10. Dank it says to JB, if Carson lives up to Trey's scenario, then we add the first round pick we got from Miami. That's our 2022 first round pick, Indy's 2022 first round pick, and Miami's 2022 first rounder. Projected, not actual. JB says, oh, so you mean the conditional second? Exactly. Yep, the conditional. That conditional second round pick can potentially be a first, depending on how well Carson Wentz performs. If he plays 75% of the snaps, or 70%, I believe, or 75% or more of the snaps, that becomes a first round pick automatically. Dink says, what if Pitts drops? Who knows? He is a tight end, right? But it's universally known that he is arguably the best athlete, the best player in this draft besides Trevor Lawrence. It's arguable. So I doubt he'll drop to 12. I doubt that. Too High Up says Pitts and Waddle will be there at 10. Only 2 teams ahead of us need receivers. We'll find out, man. We're going to find out. This is going to be interesting. JB says, so we have 2 and a possible in space terms. Exactly. Pitts is dropping. Yeah, I don't think he's dropping either, man. There's no way. Dank said, here's my point. We have to make multiple assumptions. One is that we were going to draft Pitts or Chase anyway. Then we also have to assume that Chase and or Pitts would be there. A lot of assumptions. I understand. Ultimately, we're not in a terrible position. Patience is a virtue. We're going to get back to being competitive. And on top of that, we got young guys that are going to make sure of that. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we go linebacker in the first round and then go wide receiver or corner in the second round. That wouldn't surprise me at all. We're either going to go linebacker or corner in that first round. That's what I believe. That's my assumption. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. A lot can come from this, you guys. We got to remain optimistic. A lot can come from this. So I don't know if they updated everything. They did. Okay. They did update everything. Okay, so let me stop this real quick. Now, what I want you guys to see here, this is what I want to do while I got the attention of you guys, man. Again, I'm grateful for you guys being here. Truly am grateful. This move definitely makes everyone nervous. But in the same breath, I want to see what may happen with the mock draft. I really want to see what may happen with the mock draft because, who knows what's to come. I just checked to make sure it was updated. It is. I really want to see potentially what this mock draft is going to look like. Let's see. We got 10 people in the live stream. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Truly grateful. You guys always been loyal to the soil. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on. Wow. Still? Wow. Still? This is insane. I don't even know what's going on. This trade just screwed up. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen now? So this mock draft has Kyle Pitts dropping at 12. I find that hard to believe. I find that hard to believe. I just find that really hard to believe that Kyle Pitts is going to drop to 12. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. No way. And this is the draft network. No. I really don't believe he's going to drop at 12. I don't see that happening whatsoever. All right, so let's see what we're working with. So now, looking at this, obviously Trevor Lawrence went 1. Zach Wilson to the Jets at 2. San Francisco drafted Trey Lance. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Falcons draft Penny Sewell. Ooh, okay. Bengals get Rashawn Slater. See, the thing is, the Bengals have to go O-line. If the Bengals go anywhere but O-line, they're insane. Insane. Miami Dolphins, Najee Harris at running back. Man, going that high for a running back. Interesting. Detroit Lions getting Jamar Chase at 7. Carolina Panthers getting SURTAIN at 8. Justin Fields to the Broncos. Cowboys get JC Horn. Giants get Jalen Waddle. I don't think Kyle Pitts is going to drop this. I don't see that happening. I don't see Kyle Pitts dropping. I just do not see that happen. Micah Parsons to the Raiders? Whoa, that'd be insane. Chris Darrishaw to the Chargers. You know, they need O-line help, so I wouldn't be surprised. Miami Dolphins getting Azeez Ojulari on the edge. Washington going linebacker again. Washington going linebacker again. That'd be insane. Mac Jones to Chicago. Very possible. They need a quarterback. This is interesting, man. No. I really don't see Kyle Pitts dropping to 12. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. JB says, I can see Bengals trying to trade up to 1. I understand why you would say that, but I don't think they would do that. They don't need to trade up 1. Like they don't need to, in my opinion. Michael W. said I want Parsons. I'm not mad at that. Well, let's think about it. Let's really think about it. We know the Jags are going to pick Trevor Lawrence. That's a fact. Jags are going quarterback. Jets are going to go quarterback. San Fran is going quarterback. That's 3 quarterbacks right there. Now, the Falcons, the question is, Are they going to go quarterback, or do they still believe in Matt Ryan? They need O-line help for sure. So, do they reach for a quarterback? I don't know. But right, so far 3 quarterbacks and 2 O-linemen. Now we're starting to get into the skill position. So let's be real. The Dolphins are most likely going to choose Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts. It's going to be one of those guys. Carolina, they got Robbie Anderson at wide receiver, so I don't see them spending the top pick on the wide receiver. I don't see that happening. Denver needs a quarterback big time, so I wouldn't be surprised if they go quarterback. Dallas has to go defense. They don't need to go offense at all. They have to go defense. And the Giants, I wouldn't be surprised if they go offense either. So, I mean, just based off of this, it does seem realistic that Pitts drops, but he's such a talent. He's such a talent. Who knows? Who knows? Like he's projected to be like the top, like the second best guy in this draft behind Trevor Lawrence. That's what they say. I agree. Gesicki is very good. I like Gesicki actually. He's still young, and they still got him on a very young deal. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to keep working it up with Gesicki and then draft Jamar Chase. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Let's run the simulator back one more time though, because I'm real curious. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. Whoa, what? Get out of here. Get out of here. Seriously? They got Justin Fields dropping? They got Justin Fields dropping like that? Yeah, but like people making that argument, like I didn't think about it, early on. I just know that he's such a talent. Why would people want to pass on him? But when you really evaluate the other team's needs, when you really think about, the other team's needs, you can make an argument why Pitts could drop. A lot of teams maybe are skeptical about drafting that high for a tight end, but I think Kyle Pitts is more than just a tight end. The bottom line is though, I think we're going to go defense. I think we're going to go defense, man. This automatic mock draft is kind of throwing me off a little bit because some of these picks I'm not really. I don't see us drafting Justin Fields. My thing is like we could have just stayed at 6. I just don't see the point. Aaron Robinson at corner for CF. Tommy Tremble, tight end at Notre Dame. Pete Werner, linebacker at Ohio State. I like that. Sage Surratt, wide receiver. Good pick. Dylan Hayes on the edge. DeMar Hamlin, safety out of Pittsburgh. Carlo Kemp, inside D line. Cole Van Lauren, offensive tackle. All right, so there's a chance Atlanta could choose Kyle Pitts. You know what I'm saying? No matter what mock draft I see, though, the Bengals are going O-line. I really think that's going to happen. Now, here's the thing about San Francisco. Here's the thing. We think they're going to get a quarterback, but they keep saying Jimmy Garoppolo is not going anywhere, right? So what if they're trying to solidify this O-line to protect him because he gets hurt often? What if they're trying to solidify his O-line, make it impenetrable with a guy like Penny Sewell? That's a thought. Maybe the fool's gold is drafting a quarterback, but they're really going to go O-line. Let's think about that. Miami's either going to go Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts. Like, that's what I think. But they do got Gesicki, so they might go. They got a better chance of going Jamar Chase. My thing is, if you trade for that 6th spot, they go on wide receiver. They go on wide receiver. I don't agree with the Justin Fields pick. I don't think that's going to happen. I definitely don't see that happening. So I'm about to do a manual draft now. I'm gonna do a manual one. See if the results are a little different. Let's see. We got 12 people in the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. I'm so grateful. You guys always lock in, show me mad love, and the content is nothing without you guys, man. Make sure you guys go check out the descriptions below. For Chalk It Up merch, you guys can donate to the Cash App, the PayPal, the Venmo. You guys can donate, so this channel can improve and get better, man. More things to come, man. I'm going to be doing giveaways once I hit that 1K mark. So I want you guys to really lock in. I got new merch up there, man. New merch that I really stand by, that I really love, man. So I really want you guys to go. I really want you guys to go lock in on that, man. JB, my man, I appreciate you, my guy. One love. You've been locking in, you've been real active, and you've been helping this live stream stay alive, my brother. So I appreciate you big time. I'm gonna see you soon. So everything. No, I don't think Washington. No, I don't think Washington picks before us. No, that's not the case. Nah. So let's go. Let's go. Wow. Okay. So far, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Michael Parsons. Wow. Okay, this is different. Penny Sewell, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, SURTAIN, Justin Fields, Sean Slater, Kyle Pitts. Okay. So who's left? Mm, let's go, J.C. Horn. Oh yeah, bro. Like the only way I can do super chats is once I get to that 1,000 subscribers, man. So the moment I hit 1K, I'll be able to start receiving super chats. I'll be able to start receiving I'll be able to start giving out wrenches. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I'm waiting on, bro. I haven't gotten to that 1K mark, but we're gonna get there slowly but surely, my guy. As long as you guys keep sharing the content, keep liking the content, keep locking in, we're gonna definitely get there, man. I think you unlock super chats at 1K. That's what I think. That's what. So I haven't gotten there yet, fellas. I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't gotten there yet, fellas. All right, so let's see. So we got our cornerback. Now, let's go. Let's go, Elijah Moore. Oh yeah, I had no idea, bro. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go check that out after the stream, man. I had no idea. Gotta get you there. Okay. Hey, Philly, how do I turn on the super chats, my guy? How do I do that? Definitely tell me what to do. I could have swore I had to get the 1K. You at 7-7. Yeah, bro. Close, man. Close, but no cigar. All right, so this is where we are. JC Horn, Elijah Moore. Okay. We're picking in the what is this? Third round, pick 70. Let's see who we have. Let's see what we're dealing with. Let's see. We got to get a linebacker, though. We got to get a talented linebacker. We have to. Or oh, okay, bet. My man. All right, bet. Got it. I'm gonna check on that. I'm gonna go check on that. I get why fans try to think for the team, but me sitting here trying to figure out what they're doing just hurts my brain. Yeah, I relate, bro. I relate. It is a paradox, bro. It's an oxymoron. I know what you mean, but that could also be that burrito. They says we could somehow get a corner in the first and in the old line. That would make me happy. Sean Sanders said, I think it's a tank year, big homie. They want to get younger, not better. I hope not, man. I don't want that. I don't want that to be the case, man. JB said, can't argue against that one. Touche. Got you. Hit me up if you need something. Hey, Philly, Castro, my guy. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for locking in, bro. Truly, I appreciate you for locking in. Definitely. All right, so the pick is up. Let's see where we are. Let's see. All right. So we got a corner, a wide receiver, and a linebacker. Now, let's go. Quinn Meinerz, Whitewater from Wisconsin. We potentially going to need somebody to replace Jason Kelce, man. And who knows what we may do with Brandon Brooks next season? Who knows? So we need that extra help. We need that extra help. Let's see. Let's see who's left at wide receiver. Oh, he's sitting here. Let's get him. Reed says, right. It's like you want to check on all the other teams, but you don't because it's overwhelming. But you need to know where the weakness is because that's the position they're going to draft. Yeah, bro. It's mind boggling. Like, and it's so crazy. Like, especially when you got a day job. You know what I mean? you try so hard to really dig deep and find out what these other teams need and what their weaknesses are, and it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. JB, take care, my guy. Be safe, man. I appreciate you for locking in. Dang, Burrito says, I guess it's because I take the emotion out of my fandom besides the games. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you on that, you guys. But I'm definitely about to get out of here, man. Once this mock draft is over, once I make all these picks, let's see where we at now. Okay, so all right, so let's see. So who's left? Ooh, Chuba Hubbard is our hair running back. I think it's really important for the Eagles to nail this draft. We cannot make a mistake. So far, we got a corner, a wide receiver, a linebacker, an offensive lineman, a safety, and a running back. So we got 3 guys on defense and 3 guys on offense. So I don't think it'll hurt to solidify the edge. We got 7 people on the live, and thank y'all for being here, man. Big time. Appreciate it, Ree. I like how that franchise guy does his mocks based on what they would do. I think predicting picks is useless. That's why I don't like guys like Kuiper and other famous draft experts. Yeah, they love to act like they're in the building, man. Do you really want to put a rookie on the outside in this division? Sounds like a setup. Bro, why not, man? I mean, I'm not saying these guys are this, but they put Jalen Ramsey. They put Jalen Ramsey out there quick. You know what I'm saying? And he delivered. So I don't see why I don't see why putting a guy like J.C. Horn or Patrick Surtain out there on the first day won't these guys got to get it going. We who else do we have? Who else? These guys got to get it going, man. These guys are top tier DB cornerback talent. We got to put those guys out there, Rashawn. I feel you, but those guys we got to throw them in the fire. We got to. All right, where are we? We got 2 back-to-back picks. Okay, so we went edge, running back, safety, O line. So we are in the 6th round. Let's see. He probably going. Oh, he's still there. Y'all know I'm gonna reach for him. It's my guy. And there's so many wide receivers in this draft. It's ridiculous. But all seriousness, this draft will have a lot of hidden gems, a lot of opt-outs, and people who only played a few games. Yeah, man, a lot. We may be going to the well too many times with receiver. How many do we need to draft before we can give up on the guys we got last year? I understand. I just love Tamori and Terry, man. And I love the other kid, Elijah Moore. I love those two guys. Those two guys are just so hard to pass up. All right, so we're in second round right now. I mean seventh round. Two more picks left. All right, so let's see. Isaiah Loudermilk. I like this film. So we just bolstered the D line. We got 3 DBs. We got a linebacker. We got 2 wide receivers. And the offensive line. I might go O-line. I'm gonna go O-line one more time. Go tackle though. 6'6", 298. 6'5", 325. I agree with you on that. We definitely got better. As the year went along. So let's take a look. Let's see what we did here. So first round I went Jaycee Horn. Second round I went Elijah Moore. Third round I went Dylan Moses, linebacker, and Quinn Whitewater, O lineman. Fourth round I went safety with Talanoa Hufanga. Then fifth round I went Chuba Hubbard. Then sixth round I went Jonathan Cooper. Then I went Tamori and Terry. Then I went Marco Wilson at DB. Isaiah Loudermilk on D line, and Will Freese on tackle. So how do y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel about this mock draft? You know, we got Jaycee Horn, corner, Elijah Moore, wide receiver, Dylan Moses, linebacker, Quinn Marinez Whitewater, guard or safe or guard or center. Talanoa Hufanga, safety, Chuba Hubbard at running back, Jonathan Cooper on the edge, Tamori Terry, wide receiver, Marco Wilson, cornerback, Isaiah Loudermilk, inside D line, and Will Freese, offensive tackle. How do you guys feel about that? I understand that. I definitely understand that. In 2018, we drafted JJ, Gibson, Hollins. In 2017, in 2017, JJ. 2019, Rager, Watkins, Hightower in 2020. Guys, I'm missing probably, but I don't know. I think we have to build talent everywhere. Yeah, I feel you. But you guys, you know, we have a lot of things to look forward to. I understand that this move definitely put a lot of us up in arms. A lot of us are kind of lost in the sauce. A lot of us are starting to build our own assumptions about what this team is going to do. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys for locking in on the live stream. You know, we got the number 12 overall pick, and we potentially may have 3 first-round picks in 2022, but we have a guaranteed 2 first-round picks in 2022. So that's exciting as well. We still have 11 picks in this year's draft. We have an opportunity to really load this roster with young talent, young guys that are hungry, and we still have young guys on that offense at skill positions who are very hungry as well. The bank is open for Jalen Reagor. He has to cash in. He has to. This is his opportunity. He has to cash in. The Eagles trading back from number 6 to 12 just puts more pressure on him to perform and break out this year. He has to. Guys like Travis Fulgham must take that next step. Quez Watkins must take that next step. Hightower must take that next step and learn how to track the ball a little better. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, I don't know what this guy's going to be for real. Was it the coaching that was holding him back? The guys that were trying to develop him, or was it, it's just his lack of talent? Who really knows, right? JJ Arcega-Whiteside is such a weird case to me. We still got Greg Ward, in the Raptors, who's Mr. Reliable. We got Miles Sanders back there. We got Adrian Killins. We could definitely use another running back. We still got a solid O-line, with Mailata, Isaac Samalu, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, Andre Dillard, Nate Herbig, Jack Driscoll. There's guys on that O-line for sure. On top of that, Dallas Goedert at tight end. I'm not sure if we still have Richard Rodgers. I'm not even sure about that. But we're probably going to need another backup tight end as well. Then on the defensive side of the ball, we got Fletcher Cox, on the D line, Hassan Ridgeway on the D line, Javon Hargrave on the D line, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett. I think we definitely need to maybe add another guy. Because I got a feeling Fletcher Cox's contract may be moved at some point. Who knows? And then Brandon Graham, he's on the way out. And who knows what they're going to do with Derek Barnett, in the future. He's guaranteed $10 million this year. And then, we go back to the linebacker corps. We got Alex Singleton, Sean Bradley, Davion Taylor. That's pretty much about it, really. We lost T.J. Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Then on the cornerbacks, we have Darius Slay, Avonte Maddox. We need to solidify that. We need to really get some respect over there. Avonte Maddox can't be on the outside anymore, and Darius Slay needs help. When it comes to the safeties, we got Rodney McLeod coming off of injury. We got Kevon Wallace back there who needs to step up. We have I think we got Marcus Epps as well. We got Andrew Adams. We picked up free agency. We got Anthony Harris. We picked up free agency. We're going to get better. We're going to get better. So we have to remain optimistic. We have to see the silver lining that we have a lot of assets to play with. We have a lot of picks to move around. We got leverage. With more assets, it gets you more leverage in various trade situations. Remember, we're a full month before this year's draft. Who knows what's to come? The Eagles are up to something, and I'm not sure what it is, but something's coming, you guys. So we need to buckle up and really go along for the ride because we ain't got no other choice. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II, and y'all have been tuned into y'all dose, the live stream of Chalk It Up. Where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge us to the game. Those of you guys who are still in the live stream, make sure you guys go check out the links below. The Chalk It Up merch shop is calling y'all name. I added some new items on there, and they're at affordable, great prices, man, with different colorways. You guys got options. So make sure you go support the channel down below in the description. Go share the content. Like this video, please. First and foremost, like this video, man, because without you guys, the content is immovable. The content does not go anywhere without you guys. You guys are the battery in my back, and I'm so grateful. One love, fly Eagles fly. Let's get out of here, man.